Freaking hell. I'm so glad to be back home. Let's get this popping, man. Let's get this cracking whenever you guys are ready. Whenever you start streaming, isn't it? Damn, my teeth are white. I am. Yo, what's going on, champs? Hope you guys doing well. Freaking hell, man. I'm back in the UK. I'm black as ever. I'm bigger and blacker. You know what I'm saying? Like Chris Brown, not Chris Brown. Who the hell is that guy? Some woman beater. What's that guy? Chris Rock in it. So what's going on? Oh, I got a question. Shit. Stano says, "Hi Dank. By which rules do you determine that levels was claimed and hold long or rejected? Could you please explain?" Yeah, I can do that for you, man. Not a big deal. We can get that actually in just a moment. It's basically key levels. That's what we're looking for. So it's like you reclaim key levels or you find rejection of key levels. Interestingly enough, right? So we've got the weekly close coming up. So we're gonna have to go through that. We're gonna look at BTC. ETH BTC is, you know, like, look, at the moment, BTC is like, what, sub 20k? The question that everyone's asking is, are we going to go lower or we going to go higher? Right? We don't really know, right? We don't really know, so we'll see how it goes, and we'll just mark out some plans for the week, for the weekly itself, the weekly outlook, and then from there, you know how it is. Come tomorrow, we're just going to smash out the what you call it? The daily trades now is, man. Fragiscos. Yo, what's going on, man? You know what? Greece was somewhere I was going to go last year. Is it Mykonos or something like that? But it's expensive, you know. It was a bit pricey, so I said, screw that. And I ended up going to Dubai, that was actually. Dubai was even more expensive, to be honest. So, yeah. Yo, NJ's in the house, man. Yeah, appreciate that, man. Smash the likes to all of you guys, man. Yeah, if you guys got any comments or any, you know, criticism, good or bad, just drop them in the comments after the channel itself. Any questions, drop them in the chat, drop them afterwards as well. It's good for everyone else to learn from them as well, so I'll do my best actually thingy. I'll do my best to actually answer them back. Yo, Jay's back. Amar, what's going on? Walaikum salam, man. Dank my Dizzle. Yeah, I like that name actually. I'm all good, man. I'm just glad to be back in the UK, man. Mexico was nice, but fuck that. Let's go back home. So yeah, let's get cracking then. Elizabeth, hey, what happened to Thingy Brown Hawk? Yeah, man, Dubai, we spent a lot of money over there, you know. Like, we spent a lot of time there. It was good. Dubai was sick. But that's the thing is, actually, let me say something, right? Like, if you're from America, right, you guys tend to go to Mexico, innit, right? And that side, Colombia, that kind of area. What the fuck are you doing, man? You need to come down to Turkey, go down to Dubai, man. These are the places you need to hit. I don't know what you guys are hitting, man, but I gotta say one thing about Mexico is it's a wonderful place. You know, rich in culture, especially with Cancun. There was the Mayan temples there, the seven wonders of the world. Didn't get to go see, unfortunately. But fucking hell, what can I say? Am I doxing? Oh shit. Sorry about that. Anyway, let's get cracking though. So yeah, man, good to be back there. Anyway, let's get cracking. So BTC, what's happening? Okay, outlook weekly looks fucking shit. Oh man, that candle doesn't look good, doesn't it? So yeah, anyway, look, let's just see what's going on, okay? So we've got, let's get this cracking, right? So previous all-time high over here, and that's the high over there. I'm gonna make this a bit more thicker, so for those who's on the phone who might not be able to see, you should be able to see this now. Bang! Right, alright, cool. So let's see what's going on there. Now there's a few things I've actually highlighted in here, right? Number one, the key point is the previous all-time high, as you can see. Weekly wise, we're just on it as well. Do we close above it? Do we close below it? Doesn't really matter. I mean, even if we close here, I'm going to be honest with you, right? Right, we're going to look at two ways, right? We're going to look at the bullish side and the bearish side, you know how it goes. And then from there, we just see how what you call it, how it plans and how it unfolds as well. Because dollar looks interesting, in my opinion. I think dollar should break down, but we'll go for that as well. A bunch of other crap as well. So let's see, right? So yeah, even if it smashes here, right, that's not like, even if it closes here on the weekly, we can still do this. Can still close above the weekly. We can still get above the weekly previous all-time high. And just consolidate here before making any move up higher or lower, or whatever it does, right? So we'll see how it goes, innit? Same time, right? There was another thing that I highlighted, right? It's basically on the daily, you can see. So I mean, those who was actually following my stream on the Dainks daily trade, you can see this here, this bit here is what I was highlighted here as a Fibonacci. What it is, it's basically a range. What's so important about the range, as you can see, for those actually who knows how I play, I love playing ranges. I think they're the easiest way to make money, because you literally play level to level. So one level to another level to another level, that's the mid-range, and then you stop. That's your target. From there, you play from either from the mid-range, you see if it breaks down, you go down to range low. If it gets above, range high. Okay, another level to another level, and that's it. That's all it is. It's simple as that, okay? I mean, I've just made trading look like a piece of cake just there. Trust me, it is. Ask me for like the last 4 years how it went. It was really, really hard. But anyway, so the key really is this, right? So you see this is the high, and that's the low, okay? The reason why I picked those highs, I always look at my mid-range. So mid-range, does it hold a support? Does it give me any stories, right? The mid-range is always going to give you stories in terms of if it's legitimate, if you got a legitimate range, your mid-range will always hold as some sort of support or deviation below it or whatever. It's going to be a choppy area, okay? So yeah, does it hold? Does it has any confluence? It do, because it's support there. So that has been key. So when I was saying to you on Thursday when I did the stream, I was saying, yeah, listen, right, we step back into the range, right? We step back into the range, into this range. What we look for a breakdown to mid-range, right? From mid-range to range low. Now, let's just do a quick recap and see what happened, right? On the 15 minutes, let's see. Okay, so we played below this, right? This was a previous range bound environment itself, got a couple of deviation, and I was saying to you, right, on Thursday that I did not like this. Why? Because it kept rejecting off the Monday's low. It kept entering Monday's low, kept rejecting off Monday's low. Now, it does take a bit of experience on this one. A lot of people, what would have happened, right, who were trying to be bullish, because I think what happened was price didn't do this yet. It was like over here. Where is Monday's low? Fucking 13th, wasn't it, right? Could someone tell me if you confirm it was the 13th, right? Yeah, it was. So Monday's low was about here, okay? So in actual fact, it became the mid-range of this pivot actually. Shit, I didn't even notice that. Well, you just learn something new every day. So you see how we kept going in. I'm drawing a line. It kept going in. It was holding it. Then it gets below it. Then rejects off it. Then it gets back in. And it rejects off it. You're like, what the fuck's going on, right? I was saying to you guys on Thursday, the fact it kept doing this is not good, because what I want to see, right, is hold Monday's low and don't give up. I don't want to see this low taken out. The moment this low was taken out, was bad. That was bad, right? So, and I was saying there was potential of downside further. Reason being is because the all-time high wasn't touched. We weren't that far from here, actually, to be honest. I mean, Thursday was about, I think we were here on Thursday or whatever this shit was, because there was a range bound play that we were playing. And for those who actually played the Scalp, congratulations, you made 4, alright? And then I was saying, from below this area here, I won't play. After this range here, I won't play this area. It's just too choppy. It's just messy. There's no point. It's risky. What's the point of losing money? We've been making money from the from like what, beginning of this whole Dainks daily trade episode kind of thing, really, as well. We haven't had a really bad day, to be honest. So far, fingers crossed. You know what I'm saying? But I was saying, so back into this range, we step into it, and look how perfect this range high comes into play, okay? You can see, right? So all you see, price gets into it, retests it, and that was your trigger to long it, because even if you didn't want to long it there, where could you long it? Let's have a look. You could have longed it on a clean break below this, right? So that was the initial low that was made on the 15 minutes. Price was choppy around the area, held it as support the moment it got below it, and retested. Do you see it? I hope you guys are writing this down, man, because like I can talk for days on trading and whatnot and plans and shit, but if you guys are not actually learning from this as well, or even putting the effort into it and making the notes, going back to the videos and shit like that, it's your loss, to be honest, because this is bear market, and you can ask NJ, you can ask Brownhole, you can ask all the other guys, you know, your favorite influencers. Bear market's the best time to learn. All right, I'm telling you, if you're not gonna put the effort into it now, it's your own future, really. Because I can teach you how to play, right? I can teach you how to cook if you really want to cook in it. I can teach you how to grind if you want to grind, but I can teach you how to trade at the same time. But if you ain't gonna put the work into it, then what's the point? It's like you guys watching porn and shit. You want to learn how to actually do your thing in it, but the problem is if you're not gonna put the work into it, then it's not gonna work out, isn't it? But anyway, so where could you trade, right? Even if you weren't too comfortable here, I mean, like the stop loss here for me, I put the stop loss there. That was freaking risky, to be honest. I mean, most people probably would have put it above this high over there, but I was like, look, the fact that we shanked down here with experience, it's gonna go a lot more worse, right? And you guys are cracking up about that shit. Fucking hell. You have to bear in mind, I'm jet lagged a little bit, right? And so I literally took 2 cans of Red Bull. I'm like, listen, I've got to get this going, you know what I'm saying? Fucking too much energy here now, man. That's the problem here now. I need to go to bed soon. But yeah, whatever. So yeah, like I was saying, this was the initial low, right? Price got choppy, got above, bounce on it. The moment it got below it, finds resistance. He was breaking down, right? You see these? You see how he's breaking down? When I say breaking down, what do I mean by breaking down? Breaking down could be this, right? There's 2 things, right? Number 1, you see the 15-minute candle here? That's this high is lower than that high. You see they were lower? So that's one aspect. But a real breakdown is, right, is the moment we get below here, that's another opportunity. From here, there's another range. It's a range bound environment. Can you see? Price is actually ranging within here for about an hour and a bit. Gets below it, retest, gives another opportunity to actually first along. Stop loss will have to be here. Your hard stop over here. Hard stop. Because the moment it climbs back up and holds above this, then the trade's off. Cut the trade, isn't it? Right? You see you got SRs. These SRs are not there. I'm not placing these SRs, and they're not. These candles are there to help you. You just need to freaking pick it up, right? And there it was. Retest it one more time, shanks it down all the way, and I was saying to mid-range. I did say that if we get it below the mid-range and start breaking down, that'll be target 3, and that'll be target 4. I did hold, I tweeted, I said about, I closed 3/4 of the position at mid-range, and I left a quarter of the position at my initial trade where I end my entry, and the stop loss was break even there anyway, so it stopped me out, all right? Because I took a fly. I said, fuck it, if it's gonna break down to 16 grand, let it go to 16 grand. I'm gonna make the money on the way down anyways while I'm flying. If not, it is what it is, right? I still made a 4R trade. I also want to say that could you do a video on which indicators? Stand honestly, I don't use any indicators at all, man. I think indicators are it's for nonce, in my opinion. Right? Whoever uses indicators are a bunch of bellends, because these indicators are only there for no reason. It just makes you feel like a real trader. You know them movies, right? Like you go watch I don't know, like freaking Robert De Niro movies or some shit like that, and he's in the office or some shit. I'm making this up, by the way, as well. I've not seen a Robert De Niro movie like this. I'm just making it up. He's just making shit up in it. What the fuck happened here? No, go back to BTC. There you go. Yeah, and like they've got like loads of screens and shit, and then they got all these you know what? Let's put this indicator on. I don't know. Let's put this moving average on there. Let's put this on there. Let's put that there. And you're like, yo, I'm a pro trader. And look, honestly, do you even fucking understand what's going on here? Like, does anyone even understand what RSI is? Right, because you have to bear in mind, you know what you call it? Freaking, I lost my train of thought, man. Yo, NJ, if they're pissing you off, just block them, man, and send them out, man. It's up to you, man. Like you're the thingy, man. You're the mod in it. So I'll leave that with you, fam. But yeah, all these things, do you understand it? I don't. Right? I mean, a lot of traders like to do these kind of things and all this fancy stuff, but it doesn't make any difference because look, I've been using price action. Shout out to SC, big love to the guy. He taught me all this. But I use price action. The candles tell you the story. It literally tells you the story. I mean, all you need ranges and SRs, and you're good to go. That's all you got to do, and then that's it. The trade was done. Now what happened then after that? Bounced back to a range high, right? So then he bounced back down, found support. Where did he find support? He found support off, let's have a look. I think it was off this, was it this low? Yeah, that's the low. There we go. Why? Because this low here caused a bounce, has resistance, shoots up, comes back down, holds the support and goes up. And that was a trigger for a long there, stop loss over here, okay? Anyway, that's pretty much it, okay? That's the bullshit talk over there, and that's the bullshit way of playing a trade. If you want to go back, there's some serious alpha there, to be honest, as well. It's your own benefit to go back and just pay attention to what I'm saying. Look at the lines, and you don't need to copy, but just try and understand why I use lines, why I use certain SRs, why did I use this? Because look, this is now become a pivot, right? This is an SR, it's now become a pivot. You see how this price is holding a support, gets down below it, deviates, finds resistance, come back, resistance, now we go back above it and hold. Do we long? That's the question, do we long? Because we got, oops, control Y. Because now we've flipped this from as resistance, right, to now support. Do we long it? I wouldn't, alright, I wouldn't. It's still shorts in my opinion. Reason why is now we've come down to two things now. Number one, we've come down to back into the range high, right? We're around the range high. We haven't really found support. Where would I find support? If we take out this high here, this initial high there. Oops. This initial high here. Let me delete this crap over here. If we get above this initial high here, then we can start playing to this range low. And the range low was what? The range low we was playing originally, right? From there. You understand? That's when we start looking for longs and get above the range low, back into the mid range, which was what? Monday's low. Play from there, go there, you know, yada yada yada. That's pretty much it, okay? That's the long scenario you can play, looking for potentially tomorrow really as well. But we'll see how it goes tomorrow morning. I like to see how Asian falls, because Asian, man, these Asians, fucking hell, man. They've been relentless, haven't they? Fucking bent everyone backwards, left, right and centre, man. What can I say? Did you go over TRX yet? No, I haven't. Asgard, my brother. Good to see you, man. You usually miss the... Elizabeth. You're rude, you are. San. Let me tell you a story about San quickly, actually. Alright? NJ and freaking... what's his name? Liz will confirm the story. Yeah, I was at work as well. I was at work. Basically, right, back when San was over here, they did a pump in it. She's laughing already. She's laughing already, the evil. She's evil. So what happened? It was around here. I think was it this pump here when you launched on Nah. I think it was over here. Yeah. It was 2021 January. That was it. So basically, what happened was, right. So I never had a San in my life in it, right. The next thing is, Liz goes to me and NJ, yo, like San, you know, long San or whatever. She said long San. So I was at work, right, dealing with a patient and shit. It was a spike. It was this spike here. That's what it was, wasn't it? It was this spike, wasn't it? I believe it was this spike here, because I definitely remember it was winter time, so January, it had to be January, it's definitely got to be this spike anyway. And oh dude, yeah. So anyway, so I was at work, right? They were chatting away, and like I wasn't in the chat for a little while now, okay? Then what I saw a notification come up, long San in it. So I'm like, cool. So I long San, do you know where? This is how dumb I was at the freaking top, man, at 15 cents. Well, not here, a little bit lower to give myself a bit of a happiness in it. Maybe around here. So it wasn't too bad in it, right? At least I didn't get by the top in it. If you're by the top, you're bench short in it. But so I longed it there. I went back to work. Now these fuckers were just taking the piss. I'm not even knowing it. So like, I think like Liz was like, did he actually long San? And NJ's like, I don't think so. 49 or whatever it was anyway. And They were taking the piss out of me, and now I don't know anything about this. I come back on my lunch in it, and then what I see is just taking the piss. They're like, yeah, did Deng actually did Deng long son? And I was like, yeah, did what? And by that time, I think it came down to like 10 cents, some shit. I was like, fuck, man. And I sold it at 10 cents or some shit like that. I think I sold it at 10 cents. I also made a loss, man. I lost like freaking 33% of my portfolio that day because of Liz. Don't listen to her. But I should have actually kept it because freaking if I bought it at 15 cents, man, look where it went to, man. Jesus Christ. How much percentage is that? From around here to there. No, it went a lot more high, didn't it? Right? Fuck, yeah. Shit, I should have just held it. Damn. What the fuck? Motherfucker, it went up to like freaking $8 and shit, man. It was 100% because of Liz, yeah. It was. Do you know what? She was a killer though. Although I actually longed at 15 cents, right? I wish I held it all. But it's a nasty hold though. Look at that. From all the way there, it would have been the low of the range over here. Freaking hell. And now it's coming back into the range, man. That is nasty. I don't like this range here. I think it's this one here. That's the one. There we go. There we go. This is back into this range. So we'll see what happens anyway. So that's Sam. Did NJ said long it? Nah, I think it was you. Wasn't it yourself? You screwed me over on that one. It was always known as Sunday. Fucking hell, man. We had a lot of fun though, I gotta say. Love to these guys, man. Shout out to NJ, shout out to Elizabeth as well, man. For those who are not subscribed to Trader NJ's show, and if the tech, do so as well, because you know what, I'll tell you something, some serious alpha stuff that he actually posts in terms of fundamentals. Really stay with the whole crypto scene. The hell's going on, quick driver? Fuck that. Suck a dick. Yeah. Yeah, you said Doge, you prick. But yeah, shout out to NJ as well. Follow his channel as well, because you know what, he posts some serious alpha shit on fundamentals, and I'm telling you, when it comes to crypto, fundamental wise, it's really important. It's really, really important, because you gotta stay in the game to be part of the game. Otherwise, if you're not part of it as well, you're gonna feel sorry afterwards as well, because this game will leave without us. Let's be honest, right? For those who aren't aware, trust me, like it will leave without you. It wouldn't give a shit about you. Anyway, BTC, what's going on? Alright, so now we've got a few things to worry about, okay? So number one, let's go for the bullish scenarios, okay? And then we can go, I don't know actually. I need you to come down and freaking have a look at what's going on. You know what? I downloaded WinZip in it to unlock to unzip a movie, a halal movie in it. Like I forgot what movie it was actually. I think it was Lord of the Rings or some shit like that. But anyway, yeah. And then since WinZip, then this has happened, man. Alright, look after yourself, Elizabeth. Really a pleasure to have you again, man. And well, I'm not gonna long stand, but we'll see how it goes. At the moment, there's nothing to long, in my opinion. I think we've got potential downside to go. All right. Do you know what? Let's do the bet. Yeah, let's do the long side. Let's do the long side, and then we can go from there. And then from there, we'll talk about the bearish side. Okay. So weekly close is coming up, right? Let's have a look. I was saying I got completely sidetracked. Weekly close coming up. If we get above the 20k marker, that's good, because what it is, it's just basically we've just dipped, right? All we've done is, if you think about it this way, right? Let's just say, okay, so let's just say this is how price is, right? So you've got price that does this, right? Price does its thing, goes on that and whatnot, okay? And it does its thing, right? And the moment so this is consolidation, right? After consolidation, you're looking for the breakout. And the breakout can do this, right? Breaks out, looks for a retest, and now this is the interesting bit, right? Let me just, yeah, this bit here is the interesting bit. We can retest off the range high, or we can have a deeper pullback. And then how deep is the pullback? You can go all to mid range. That's like serious alpha shit there, right? As long as this mid range holds, right, whatever the deviation was holds, it's long. It's a long scenario back there, right? Unless this was just another deviation, and that's not kind of horrible. But the moment we get back up and hold all this, right, we can start going for higher prices. Okay, so that's what we call consolidation, breakout. I'm going to write this down. Right. I've done it before. I'm going to do it again, and it's always good to have repetition because that's how we learn, isn't it? Right. So text consolidation. Cool. Then we've got the breakout. Let's say the breakout is orange. Right. Breakout. Right. This is your bread and butter, really. Alright. I wasn't gonna teach you this shit. So it's entirely up to you how you want to take this. If you want to actually take on board and backtest it yourself, by all means. If you don't want to take it on board, but then it doesn't really matter. It's not really. It's not my problem there. That's the retest. So we get the consolidation, breakout, retest. Again, doesn't matter how deep as long the mid-range holds, that's a deep pullback. It's not a problem. Once we get back above, then we finally get what we call expansion. Okay, and expansion is put in green because that's what we like to see. Okay. Now, that's how price generally reacts. Doesn't really matter if you look at the 1 hour, the 15 minutes, the 10 year, 5 years, whatever. That's how price generally actually reacts. It's always in a range, breaks out, retests, expands. Okay. Sometimes we do get deviation. That's a whole different story. But then we're looking at just a general consensus. Okay. Now let's look over here. Fast forward to here. Right. So what we've got here. Right. I'm going to delete that just for a moment. Okay. What we've got here. We've now got something very, very similar to what we've got over there, right? Can you see? I'm just gonna move this over here, right? So you can actually have a look. Again, so consolidation, copy this, cancel, copy, paste. Right, that's the consolidation. This is like the breakout. Clearly we can see this is a freaking mad ass breakout though, yeah? This is you can't argue that's a motherfucking of a breakout there, right? And then now what we got here is the retest, right? So price was now retested the previous all-time high. Okay? The question is, when is the expansion happening? Now the expansion doesn't necessarily have to happen straight away. We could just range bound off here, right? We can literally just range bound here for the next 2 years until the next halving, right? So it's entirely what it is. And it is what it is, but at the same time, we understand the price. And that's the funny thing. I'm going to be honest with you, alright? I didn't really think that BTC was going to retest previous all-time high because of previous history. Okay, now the history before was saying like, oh yeah, X, Y, and Z. It was. Let me just, so you guys can actually screenshot that shit and whatever and make do what you want to do. Okay. Let's put this over there. Yeah. Now, price, like, yeah, it never really retested before in the past, and so I was thinking to myself, okay, it's not gonna retest 20k, but SC said one thing really important, right? I was having a discussion with him, and I believe he tweeted about this as well. Obviously he was shitposting it, but me and him I was having a discussion, and he goes, "Why do you think it's different?" And I was like, "Well, it's not different. I think it's the same thing. I think there's more buyers, heavy buyers. There's a lot of like investors, heavy, bigger investors. You know, you can name names like Kevin O'Leary or Murray, whatever his name is, the Shark Tank guy. He actually just came out, I believe, was it yesterday, saying that like he's buying the dip as well. He said that, but who gives a flying shit about the old man? And he can go fuck himself. Man's old as he is, man. Like, we need to worry about ourselves. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, I'm gonna smoke a cig at the same time. Fuck it. I miss my room, man. I freaking miss my room. So so what's that? And made a good point. And he was like price can do whatever the fuck he wants. And he was saying to me, how many times have I told you this? Like, you want price to work in its own way. You want price to do its own thing. You want price to do what you want it to do. What you want him to do. But the thing is, you ain't gonna give a shit. You just gotta follow the clues, follow the crumbs that you can get, and it's a good point. It's a very good point actually. I freaking respected that because you know the thing is right. At the end of the day, when he talks right, I'll be honest here, I'll shut the fuck up. That guy's king. But look what happened now. Prices retested at 20k. Now that's what we've got here. All right. Now when I'm talking about remember I said here the deeper pullback over here. Now let's just have a look. What is the deeper pullback? All right. Let's just have a look. What deeper pullback can happen? Right. So let's have a look. So you see this. See this low here, right? This low there, the weekly. I'm gonna make another color for this shit, okay? Put my net on. Right? Yeah, fuck it. You could do that. Why not? Right? That's already mid-range, approximately mid-range. You see that low there? Deviation. Let's just focus on this area, right? We're going to focus on previous time, previous price action, okay? Price held, support, gets below it, deviates above it. Gets above it, deviates above it, gets back below. Deviates above it, gets back below. The moment we break this high, see this clean break? That's a smash, right? See that? That was bullish. Right, and obviously we know what happened next, right? But now, price again. You don't need it. We didn't need this SR level, but it's always good to have an SR. Price can have a deeper pullback back to here, and still hold as long this level hold up. Well, this level holds as long this consolidation holds itself, right? And the low on the consolidation holds. It's a valid long going back to range high. Hopefully we see what happens if we break up. If we break up, if not, we range bound for further. But the thing is, right, I said on the tweet that do you reckon PA is a bit different now? That PA is still the same. PA is always PA. Price action is always price action. You have to remember one thing, right? When you look at price action, right, you've got to respect what price is saying, right? You've got to respect the candles, right? I've said this before, and I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna say this over and over again. Trading is a gentleman's game. You gotta treat it with respect for it to treat you with respect, because you want to make money out of it and you have no damn right to make any money out of it. Honestly, none of us have any goddamn right to make any money out of it. Why? Because we're all fucking bunch of pussies, aren't we, innit? All we've done is just moan about the freaking dip, and then we got some. I'm not gonna name names because they're not really worth my time to actually name them names, but they were bullish. They've been buying the dip here. They've been buying the dip here. I was one of them. I mean, me and NJ bought the dip over here. We bounced over here. We made some good money over there. They're still buying the dips over here. Buying the dips over here. I mean, shut the fuck up, man. What are you talking about buying the dip, man? No one's buying the dip, man. Go buy some fucking milk, man. You seen the price of eggs? Eggs has gone up, man. I went to Lidl to get some eggs in it. It was like £1.20, right? Now it's £1.30. I'm like, fuck. I ain't gonna know Bitcoin for that shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna do whatever it wanna do. So the question is, right, the weekly outlook is this. Now we're gonna talk about the weekly outlook in a bit more in depth. We'll just got all this nooks and crannies and out of thingy, and it may be a long-winded story that I've just done through for freaking half an hour. But it all ties up to how we're gonna play this game now, right? Remember I said to you, trading is a gentleman's game. Treat it with respect, and it will treat you with respect, and you can make some money out of it. All right. Now we've got this, right? Let's delete all this shit here, and let's have a look at what we got. So yeah, let's talk about the bearish. Actually, fuck it. We're already talking about bearish things anyway. So price can literally do this over the next day. We've had actually. Let's go back on the weekly. We've had consecutive down weekly candles. I want to delete all this shit down. I don't want that. Yeah, and then just move that up there. Okay, cool. We had consecutive weekly down candles. Look at all these down candles that's happened over here. Right, I think that's what, how many weeks? From here to there, it's what? 11 bars, it's in like 11 weeks. 11 weeks, right? 11 weeks of down candle. I mean, yeah, we got one up candle, but does it really fucking matter? No, it doesn't. Because it's still freaking a bear market. Been in a bear market from November. We're now in June now. What? That's like 7 months, 8 months, 8 months of bear market we've had. It's been horrendous. Is the relief bounce is gonna happen? And if we are gonna have a relief bounce, then we're gonna have to freaking get out, right? Like in my opinion, get out because, look, what you want to see when to buy, right? Let me give you the answer to that because I think there's a lot of people saying like, oh, when do I buy? When do I thinking like step in and whatnot? How can I set up my chart like yours? But the chart is just like freaking trading view, innit? That's how you set up the chart. Your critique was good. Oh, I've got Jay here as well, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. But yeah, I mean, look, the chart setup is like it's just like this. I mean, it's trading view. You go trading view BTC USDT, and that's what it is. And I'm just drawing all these lines. If you ask about Fibonacci, let me tell you. So your Fibonacci might be different, right? So if you click on this bit here, fib retracement, double click on it. What I do is 0, 0.25, 0.5, 0.75, and 1, and that's it. And that's my level to level play. Done. Alright, really simple. What you think of imbalance? So Jay says, what do you think of imbalances? The algorithms work on mean reversion based on we would need to fill one at 25k, one at 5. I don't know, man. Honestly, I'm not really an algo type of guy. I mean, there are other traders out there. I just look at what the chart is saying. What the chart is saying to me is what it sets up to as well. So you find, then you find range by. What do you mean, Stano? You might have to explain yourself. But yeah, and yeah, the price of cigs are freaking expensive, man. That's why I went to freaking Mexico. Bought loads of them on the way back, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so let's get this going. So, weekly close is coming up, right? I've been saying this like 4 times and I want to get this done now. So, now I was saying, right, so we got this range here we're going to work out from this high there to this low there, right? To be honest, right, that's a short play. We probably will play off that on tomorrow. Actually, we can probably play that tomorrow. But weekly outlook, let's just have a look, right? So you see at the daily, right, we're closing beneath previous all-time high. Okay, now if we close beneath all-time high, right, how would I short it playing it back down to mid-range, which is approximately 11.4k. But there are targets on the way here. There's liquidity or here, liquidity resting there, right? But first things first, right? You start looking for like highs, right? So I mean, minimum target be up to here. Let's make this as 2. Let's make this as red because we're shorting this area here. Now we know this high here. And this is a range bound environment, consolidation around this area, a bit choppy, blah blah, mid range, you know what it is, okay? Now, it's this. We're looking at the daily, okay? Now, the daily is quite simple. Close below here, right? As long as we close here, let it do its thing on the daily, right? Do its thing. The moment it breaks this low here, finds resistance, that's a trigger as short as target 1, going down to target 2, finally target 3, and that's it. Trade's done. Right, back into this area. Oops, you can't really see me here because my face is in the way. Back into this area of consolidation over here. This is the first initial consolidation which hasn't been retested. To be honest, this hasn't been retested, so I would like to see 10.8k. Doesn't sound really good. I like to see 10.8k retested, to be honest. Yeah, that's what I would like to see. But mid-range will be the thing, will be the first play, which sits around approximately 11.5k, call it. Maybe take it up here first. So that's the bearish play. Bullish wise, right? Bullish wise is if we need to smash above previous all-time high, which is around 20k. Smash above the previous all-time high, then we can start saying, all right, then where are we going to go, right? So we've got a few things here. Let's just zoom into here. Right, so we've got this is an area of consolidation here. So I like to see us hold into this consolidation, play it to this. I was saying mid-range over here, then range high, play above, go back to this SR. This, what is this SR? This SR is from this low, initial low that was made, which made the consolidation there, and potentially retest the 28k level. Okay, that's what I would like to see, right? If it was to be bullish, okay. I don't think it's gonna be bullish. I don't think we could get a really bounce there. And if you're in any alts there, I'd say cut the trade the moment we start breaking down. Once we break down below this low here, this low here, that's exit your alts, man. Exit your alts, because we want to see some consolidation. Consolidation, how? In what way? In something similar to this. So you see how price from the previous all-time high, right? I mean, like, these are all alphas here. I mean, you see how price got down? Fuck off. Right? Got below this SR over here, and price has just been consolidating below here. This is all accumulation. Price, people, whales have been accumulating prices over here. Most of you guys have been buying, not even here, right? Around freaking here, there, even these highs. That's where most of this is what retail has done. There's no, I don't think there's any retail left, to be honest. It's been that empty. So we want to see consolidation after a big massive drop. So in what way? So like, you see how this over here, we had a huge drop and then price consolidated from 42k to around 30k, so 12k range. But we consolidated for like about 2 months, 3 months or so. Then we go back above, hold it, support, and carry on, right? I want to see something like that, right? Whether it's within this area here, ideally, right? Ideally in this area here. I like to see consolidation in this area here for the next year and a bit, or 2 years. It can be the moment it steps back above and holds. That's your long trigger. This is your confirmation, because it comes back into this original range, and then we can play back to mid-range and go up higher. I mean, like, will BTC go up any higher? Will it take out all-time higher? I do think so. I do think so. How effective is it going to do it? God knows, because I think what's going to happen now is going to have regulation, which is a bit of a problem there. So yeah, so that's BTC then there for you, really, in terms of an outlook. Ethereum looks fucking shanking shit. And this is where I'm going to go to Ethereum, then I'm going to EPTC. I'm going to show you something, right? Again, similar thing, right? We've got a range. Give me a second there. Alright, just give me a second, lads. And ladies. One moment. I just need to take a piss, man. That's what it is. Fucking hell. I'm back. Dude, that was a quick ass fap, innit? Got some Rubicon, man. Yeah. Alright then. So, how do you find ranges with Fibonacci based on weekly candles? Oh, is that what you're asking? Alright then. So like, it's literally, okay, I'll give you an example, right? So here, previously, we're on the weekly, right? I'm looking for this. It comes with experience, Stano, to be honest, right? So what he's asking for is how do I find ranges with Fibonacci based on weekly candles, okay? So this is a weekly candle here. You're looking for a range. So what I'm looking for is what is a range? The question is what is a range, okay? Let me write this down, right? A range. Okay, that's as simple as I can make it there, right? So a range is when price is stuck between a high and low, okay? What do I mean by that? All right, so look, if I look over here, right, I'll give you an example here, right? So I'll give you two examples, right? So you see this low here, and then you see this high here. Price, this is a range after weekly. Price is stuck within here, and you can see the mid-range holds a support. It gives a story. I was saying this at the very beginning of the show. So does it give me a story? Yes, it does. Support, 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 gets below it, resistance, resistance, and even there, the mid-range, he closes at the mid-range. Then he gets above it, holds the support of the thingy and the mid-range, and goes up to range high. So that's price is within a range, okay? Some people can pick different ones. Some people will pick different ranges. Some people can actually pick this range over here with, you know, the initial higher. It varies to other people, but that's the way I do my way, right? That's one way, okay? That's one range. Another range is here, for example. Price was stuck in this one single candle in there. See? Now, does the mid-range give me a story, okay? Let me make this a bit more thicker so you guys can see, alright? I am going to do a freaking video soon as well, so you guys... smash the likes as well, by the way, yeah? Give us some likes, man. But yeah, does it give me a bit of story? Yeah, yes it does. Look, support, again resistance, gets above it, gets there, down, resistance, 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 gets above it. Then it comes a deviation, comes back into it, closes back into the range, goes back to range low, closing the range low, and then bang, sells off. So there. You can do the same range on a weekly, a daily, an hourly, 15 minutes, the 1 minute. I mean, you guys have seen it, man. I've been killing on the 1 minute chart as well. I mean, that's my specialty, really. It's scalping. It's addictive. It's very, very addictive in a bad way. Hey, Destorio, how's it going? Glad to have you here. What caps the highs and what caps the lows? Well, that's the thing is what caps the highs and what caps the lows is basically you can use wicks. Some people use wicks, some people use bodies. All right. This is like lesson time now, right? It seems like it's freaking lesson time. All right, let's go back to school. All right, so you can see it's like an SR, right? So you see this high. Okay, I've used this range. It's a quarterly range. Okay, what's so important about it is this quarter. Oops. You see this single candle, right, of a 3 month, right? That low and that high, and that's capped the market on the upside. That's capped the market on the upside because we couldn't close above it and hold above it. We get back into it, right? Because if you go down on the monthly, you can see wicks into it once, wicks into it twice, wicks into it 3 times, sells off. Go on the daily, go on the weekly, same thing. You can see. Then you got to see deviations, right? See that deviation there? Deviates above, right? Holds above it. But if we can break above that high, that initial high there, if it was to do that, then it was bullish. It didn't do that. Instead, it rejected off it, closed off that high, gets below it, and then sells off. Once it gets below it, sells off. Again, you can go back into the daily and still use the same thing and have a look, right? What's so important about it? You see, that same daily has given now, like the same quarterly high range, is now giving us some sort of story. You see how it's resistance over here, resistance there, gets above it, now it's choppy in this area, gets above it, but we can't hold it. Why? Again, look at this high. This is the initial high that made that thingy, that sent the market back into the range cell where it got choppy. Now, if we were to reclaim it, happy days. Want to understand what I mean by reclaiming? I'll show you. Let's go on the weekly, right? This is all free, by the way, yeah? So I don't know if I should start opening a pay group or some shit, man, because this is some alpha shit. Anyway, so I was thinking of this high, right? So this is the low that I would use, and that's the high I would use, this high here, right? And I'll tell you. Okay, we're gonna go through it one by one, alright? Slowly, okay? You can see resistance, resistance, and we get back above it, and it's a clean retest. Remember I said price consolidates, consolidation, breakout, retest, expansion, and expands all the way back up high. Okay, you see that? Pretty simple there, right? But if you look on the daily, right? Because the problem is, right, you need to remember, stop looking at the fucking 15-minute chart. If you're using a range of a daily, your final take of whether the trade is valid or good, if it's good or bad, should be off the daily. Off the daily. So, like I said, I use this off the weekly, right? The moment we smash, see this smash over here? That candle right here? That ideally told me, yo, market's ready to freaking go because we smashed above it, we got up, we're looking for a retest over here, and it sends off, right? Now, if I were to look at the daily, right, can actually screw me up a little bit. What the fuck is going on, man? Yeah, the daily can screw me up a little bit. So look here. Look how price reacts. Again, price consolidated, then it break up, and then it broke out, and it retest, and it sends off, right? But you see here, right? You're looking now. If you want final, like ultimate confirmation, like you know, this is or an expansion. You see this high here, this high here. The moment we smash above this high from here, that was bullish. So whether even if you done long here, we didn't long here, because you can still think, oh yeah, we come up to this low here and it's not rejected. It could happen. It could happen. But the moment we smash it from this candle here, that was for you to say, you know what? Start longing your fucking bags. We're going up higher. How high? We start looking at highs, right? So start looking at liquidity. This high over here, this high here, and what happened? It did take out this high. Oops. It did take out this high. You can see this high got there. Took out the high, then it came back down, took out this high again, came back down. The moment we stepped back into the range, it was over. It was over. It was done. All right. So that's pretty much a range, right? And then that's how you play a range in its own way, and that's how you look at a breakout and retest and expansion. Okay, I'll just give you an example at the very beginning of the show. Go back to it as well. That blueprint should teach you everything. Go back to it and back test it yourself, man. The key, it really comes down to repetition. Ask NJ, he's in the chat. The amount of time we got fucked by that guy, he was brutal to us. Like, he didn't give a shit if you hurt your feelings. Like, we went to bed crying. Trust me, there were times we went to bed crying, fam. I know I did. I don't know about NJ, but I know I went to bed crying. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, how do I not get this? Like, how can I not get it? How, like, I'm asked so many questions, so many dumb questions, and he fucking battered me. You know what I'm saying? So, NJ, how many times did SE smash us, man? Tell these guys. They don't know. They just think like, yeah, we're good traders, or we're sick, or we're this, and they're influencers, blah blah. Exactly, man. He's saying it right now. Zero mercy. And if you're in this class, you're lucky. And if you get called out in his class and you have something dumb, fucking hell, you can get banned. Trust me, it was scary. It was really scary to be in his class as well. That guy, he's the best teacher ever, 100%. Because once once he draws it into us, blah blah and whatnot, it was a beautiful story how he actually breaks it down. But Mike, yeah, Jay knows as well. Jay's been in Essie's classroom as well, so he's a lovely human being, right? He's a good man. He's a good man. But as a teacher, he will fuck you up. Honestly, man, you might as well just grab a cane and shove it in my ass, man. That was much more comfortable than what I had to deal with him. So, like, so it is what it is. But yeah, let's get back into it, man. I'm getting sidetracked as well. So yeah, Ethereum. Alright, so yeah, Ethereum was this, right? Now, I was saying, we've got this. Oops, Control Z. I'll need that in the future. Right. So again, similar thing. We've got consolidation in this area here. Can you see it? Let me change this color so you guys can see it. Mix it a bit more different. Let's make it blue. Right. You see this consolidation in this area here. And I was saying the moment we step back into it, break it down to mid-range, mid-range to range low. And look where we are right now, right? And which is telling me, do I want to long alts? Do I want to buy alts? Fuck no. Fuck no. We've just taken out this low here. I mean, look, we've taken out liquidity over here. Yeah, fine. Is it a swing pattern failure? Right? We don't fucking know, right? We'll find out soon, right? But I'm not comfortable here. Unless it holds into the mid in this range low, then we can start playing it back to range to mid-range, right? That's a trade there. Gets above mid-range, play back to range high, level to level. Okay, that's it. But we're not too far from 750. What's so key about 750? It's actually the freaking mid-range. Mid-range of what? This range over here, from this high here to this low here. You understand? So would I want to look to long? I don't think so. We shanked cleanly on the weekly. Look, let's have a look. On the weekly, it looks dirty. Oh my god. Oh. Fuck it out, man. It's like fucking Satan's giving born to freaking Ethereum, then, isn't it? Yeah, man. NJ, it is true. Keep drawing, keep non-stop, keep looking for levels, man. Like the thing is, like, I'll tell you in a secret how me and SC became quite, like, he had a lot of respect for me as well. So I would ask him, I'm like, yo, SC, like, I wanna X, Y, and Z, I wanna, like, you know, your lessons, you know, how do I improve myself, blah blah. And he goes to me, I want you to give me 50 examples. That's what he said to me. Because I want 50 examples by the end of the week. And I remember just going and I'm like, fuck, my 50 examples are long, man. Because you know when you try it the first time, I'm doing it quite smoothly, quite quickly right now. In reality, it was hard. It did take a lot of practice as well. And I remember I did 50 examples. And I sent it to him as well. And he goes, is that it? That's what he said to me. Is that it? And I was like, boss, you asked for 50 in it. He goes to me like, bro, if I ask you for like 10, would you just give me 10? The fuck is that? Do you want to be a trader, or do you just want to fuck about? And I was like, yo, like, seriously, I was shitting myself in it. I didn't know what to say in it. And he goes to me, he's like, I should fucking ban you for this shit. And when he said that to me, I'm like, yo, did he really just say that? My guy said to me, I should ban you for this. I did the homework he told me to do, and then he goes to me, is that it? I should ban you for this. Fucking hell, man. SE is a brutal motherfucker. But a lot of love for that guy, man. Really. I've got his back to the very end, man. 100%. I know NJ does. He really is a brother. You know, he's one of those guys as well. Like, he's just a good man. I've got nothing but love to say, really, as well. But anyway. So, yeah, Brute, trust me, critiquing of all. Like I said in it, I'd rather take a freaking broom up my ass, right, than what I had to go with SC. Damn, these nightmares, you know. So, but bless him for that, yeah. So what's it? Stand as by joining class, me join group on the webpage, yeah. Yeah, exactly, yeah. NJ is spitting bars right there, actually. So yeah, I still think that we can retest off here, the mid range, man. Because why? You see, this is an SR here. I mean, okay. We don't have to draw it, but I'm going to draw it just for the sake of doing it, right? See that? That low, right, is the bounce, then gets below, deviates it, then comes back down. And it does a round retest and smashes above, alright? So, I mean, again, I like to see alts play through this part of the range for the next year and a bit kind of thing, and that'll be the accumulation. That's when you start fucking buying a dip. There is buying the dip time, it's accumulating time. But you don't buy up here or up there because there's drawdown. We start being patient, right? We'll talk about patience. We'll go through that a lot more in depth later on as the time unfolds, alright? So, and yeah, so I mean, Ethereum still looks like a bag of shit. I have to give you a plan to go up higher, right? If it does, I mean, there's a scalping opportunity off this really. So you see, only, right? not even on the daily. I probably need to look at like on the 4 hours, the hourly, right? Let's have a look. I mean, once it breaks down here, to be honest, right? I look for a trade down here, target 1, get back below here. I can compound to target 2, and that'll be the trade done. I think that's it. That's both Ethereum up and down, really. Nothing much to say about that. What else are we looking at? Oh yeah, Ethereum BTC. This is why I'm telling you why I'm not ready to buy anything, man. I'm not ready. I'm not on it. And I don't really give a shit about buying anything. There's no such thing as buying the dip, right? I'll tell you why. Okay, Ethereum. For those who's not aware, I keep thinking I've got my slippers here in it, but I don't actually. But yeah, so Ethereum BTC, right? I have another segment. It's going on for 1 hour, man. It's been 1 hour, man. I appreciate you guys. You're all here as well. 27 people's on the chat as well. Smash the likes, man. Send this to your family as well. This is all going to be like beneficial for you. Give me a second. Let me just change the camera's battery as well. 1 second. Fuck it up. How old is SC? SC is a young man. It's not my place to say what you call it, his age, man, because next thing is like next man's gonna be asking, yo, like what's SC's address in it, like, bro, like I can't give you that shit. Don't ask him, because what happened if you if you ask him, he's gonna ban you on his thing, on his freaking on his stream. He's a brutal guy, isn't it, right? He's a very brutal guy. Yeah, it's not froze, buddy. What it is battery's dead. But just give me 1 moment. I am just putting a new battery in. There we go. Give me a second. Put this on. Menu. Fuck, hurry up, man. Let's be streaming, and we should be. Plug this in. Right, so if I go to this, give me a second. There we go. All good. Yeah. Sounds gone quiet, is it? How's it now? Is it better? So yeah, I was saying ETH, right? For those who are not aware of it, right? Ethereum against BTC is a measure of alts, really. Okay. Remember one thing. As thank you, brother. It's really good to have NJ, man. I miss that guy. Fuck, man. Stream clock proxy. New device. Oh yeah. I know. Whatever. So yeah, if you're gonna like when you're playing alts, right? ETH should be your best friend. It's something that you should look quite regularly, daily, weekly wise as well. Gives us an understanding of what's going on right now. ETH is a measure of the movement of Ethereum against BTC. As Ethereum goes up, as this chart is moving upwards, that means your alts are the Ethereum is moving stronger than BTC. Okay, if Ethereum is moving stronger than BTC, that means your alts is also going to be moving. Why? Because money flows from Ethereum to alts, right? To all your alts and whatever. Okay. Again, range bound environment, right? For those who want to see why I picked that level, go on the weekly, and I think Stan will actually like this as well. So you see this high here? This high caps the market because it got up, deviates, comes back in, finds resistance in this area. Can you see there? And this low caps the market on the upside, on the downside. Why? Because it's become support, and now we're shut below it. In fact, we're shut below it, and now we've retested it, and on the weekly we just closed below, a bit beneath the range low. Means that it's not a deviation, because if it was a deviation, we would see something like this. Yeah, we would see something like this. So let's go. If price got into it, and I was saying that I did a tweet. If price get into it and it breaks above and then goes a lot higher, that'll be this area here was when we'll start looking to long alts. The fact that it didn't, and this is not a deviation, right? It's actually a resistance now. It shows to me that we're not ready We're not ready. We're going to go a lot more lower. We're going to go to this area here. Now, what is so special about this area here? This, ladies and gentlemen, is where I believe price is going to come back to retest. What's so special? I'll show you. This was the consolidation that happened for 2 years. Price consolidated in this area, had a deviation there, it's above it, retest. Again, what did I say in the beginning of the show? You guys can remember? Consolidation, breakout, retest, expansion. Okay? Same situation, same principle, right? This is the consolidation. This is the breakout. We're looking for the retest. How deep does it go? Doesn't really matter how deep it pulls back. As long as we hold above this range, the range high itself, we can start looking for expansion. So, are we ready to long alts yet? No. Is BTC gonna go lower than 20k? We don't fucking know. But we all know. But one thing we are for certain, we're very sure about, that we're not ready to long on any alts. Don't buy anything. Don't listen to anyone who says buy the dip because they're chatting shit. Time to go suck them on because it's them. It's like it's your money at the same time. And I don't want you to lose money. We lost a lot of fucking money, man. Even I lost fucking money. More than I should have. But trying to make it back with some alts, with some trades in it, right? And that's why I focus on the Ethereum BTC, because Ethereum BTC really is the most clear one to play with, because yeah, you got Luna who did some dirty dump, and if you shorted that, you could have been. There was a tweet of some guy. I think he shorted Luna towards the top, and he had his proof and shit like that, and he had his proof and shit like that. $300, right? He made $600,000. Fuck it out, man. Fair play to the guy. He caught the top. Did really well. $300 as well. Right? Now, when I show like positions to show alts and stuff like that, the same principle can be happen to alts as well. Fucking hell, man. Yo, NJ, I need to have a look at this afterwards for me if you don't mind as well. Just chat to me about that. How I can get rid of that. But that's why I'm not looking for alts. We're looking for a retest here. Once we get into this area here, then like let it do its thing. Once it gets above it, then I start saying, yeah, you know what? Maybe we start looking to buy alts because price is going to be cheaper from compared to here anyway. So who gives a flying fuck? I don't care about catching the bottom. You're daft if you're going to try and catch the bottom. Everyone's trying to catch the bottom. Still not working, isn't it? So honestly, we've got a long way to go. In my opinion, we've got a long way to go. And just be safe, but honestly. Yeah, it's too. Potato said it. Too low to short. Too weak to long. This is how I feel with the market right now. Right? I mean, look, you can. Okay, I'll give you an idea. Solana was probably one of the best ones actually. I showed this position as well, when I was in Turkey. So they hit target 2 as well, and I was saying that there was going to be a certain areas we can look of where we can actually capitalize. So go on the hourly. I think we can see a bit more clear, right? So price got to around here, right? And I was saying, right, yeah, I was around here. I was saying price, whether it pulls back, right, back into this area here. If it finds resistance, then we're looking to short it back into 25% of the range. That's the mid range. Or price, because this was a consolidation. This is the original. So from this is the so once I'm losing it. I am really tired. Sorry about this, guys. So I was saying that price, right, once it consolidated over here, it came back and it retest, right? I was looking for a retest of this. Price was range banding on this area here. What was special? There was an SR here that we came down and broke down. Again, I wanted to see it to come back probably into the mid range or in the range low. So I was making plans, right? Going back to the stream, I don't know which episode it was, but I was making plans of pullbacks either here, or range low or mid range. And the fact the moment it gets below, like let's do this thing. Once it breaks down from the range low, that is your trigger. Hard stop over here, play it down to mid range, right? And look, even if you caught the trade, let's have a look. So So let's say we entered over here, stop loss is over there, range, mid-range is here. It's a 2 hour trade. It's a 2 hour trade there, and happy days. So there are opportunities to short trade itself. But even here right now, we can have an opportunity to short because I still think we'd come back down to $19. What's so special about it? I'll show you what it is. It's this area of consolidation. Right, I got the Fibonacci's here. Let me just delete. Yeah, I'll leave the blue box anyway. I got the Fibonacci here. You can see again. Does it tells a story? Right. Let's see. Does it tell a freaking story? We can see price held the support, got down below it, deviates it, gets back below. It's above, was support, shanks down below, going to range low. Finds it, it's chopping this area, gets above, breaks this high, holds its support, and it goes up higher. Okay, so the mid-range is going to tell us a story. So the target one will have to be mid-range. Then from mid-range, if we break below it, we can start playing lower. Okay, now, in actual fact now, we've already done that. We come back to the 75% of the range, and we're coming back to the mid-range, okay? If we want to start shorting it down, alright, this is another opportunity we've got here. Let's have a look. Let's go on the 1 hour. That's what we got here. I still think price still coming back to the mid-range. Yeah, I still think price comes to the mid-range. Potentially off this low here. Off that. I think price comes back, tags it into it, ranges, the moment it breaks below it, stop loss over here, play it down all the way, target 1, target 2. That's it. That's the way play it is as well. I mean, we've got this high here, this capping the market there. Would I short it here? You could do so with a hard stop over here. You could do so. Because you're wrong here, because if price were to take out, whoops, let me just take this off. Right. If price were to break down here, yeah, it's a valid trade. That's the stop loss here, going down to 25% of the range, back down to range low. Okay, because if price gets up and takes out this high over here, then we're wrong, because then what we're looking for is holding the mid range and going up higher. Okay. Now I'm gonna head out in a bit as well. I just thought I'd just do this the Solana one. Let's have a look at maybe another alt. And we'll do one more. We'll do one more trade, alright? And I'm gonna head off. Anyone? Got 29 people here. Smash the likes for me. It's been a really long long show as well. Send me one more alt, so we're just going to break it down. GRT. Let's do AVAX. Okay, wait. Okay, let's put it to the vote. GRT or AVAX? I've got 2-1. TRX. No. I'm saying GRT or AVAX. Oh, Doge. Freaking hell, you guys are going mad here. Doge dot. Oh, man. I can't do all of it. Sat up, bro, fuck you. I'm not doing sun. I'm not doing sun. Fuck. Alright. AVAX GRT sun, let's do it. AVAX GRT sun, let's do it. Alright, guys. Alright, let's do it. AVAX GRT sun. Alright, let's do it. AVAX. Let's go AVAX first. Nat gas. Dude. Yo, NJ, do you remember Nat gas, man? Fucking hell, man. I'll tell you a story about nat gas. Me and NJ, we long nat gas, innit? And trade was going well. Trade was going really well and whatnot. And we didn't cut the trade on a Friday. Price got to Friday close, market close, right? So we waited Sunday, 11 o'clock in the UK time, like me and him on the phone to each other, innit? And the first second, we just see a fat red candle stops us out disgustingly, man. Fucking hell, man. The man tells me got fucked with that gas. It was horrendous. Jeez, man. Me and him can write a fucking book and a half about this shit, though. I don't lie to you, man. Alright, so. God damn, look at this freaking 3 monthly candle. Let's have a look. Alright, so let's look at the daily, monthly. This This is the previous consolidation over there. Alright, so this is, oh yeah, what is the green bit? This is 2021 high, and that's 2021 low, okay? Yeah, that's 2021 low, yeah, that's right. So it looks like price is coming down to this area here, alright? In my opinion, to minimum, at least here. Liquidity is resting over there. So look, so we've got the weekly. You can see this range bound environment, this range low. So we missed an opportunity to short, to be honest, as well. That's the truth there. But now we've come down to another set of range, and the range. Let's go on the daily. Let's see what's going on the daily. Let's see. Alright then. So price is in this range over here. Liquidity was taken out here. So we've got two sets of things over here. Alright, so cool. Similar to Finny. It actually looks a lot like fucking Solana. I think all the alts are looking like that as well, to be honest, looking shit. So my basis, right, is going to be a short. The reason why I'm shorting it is because my ETH BTC projection is going lower, okay, which we talked about the retest of the previous range, okay. So that way, if we are saying we're going to short, that means we're going to short AVAX, right? We're going to short every single alt. If you're looking to do the opposite, you're fighting against the trend when the trend isn't telling you that it's a long here. All right. So anyway, so we got this high over here and this low over here. Price is it telling us a story again? Deviation, support. I'll show you. All right. So deviation, support, gets down below, sells off, deviates, come back, finds resistance in the mid range, holds above it, and sells off. So the range is quite legit. Okay. Now, what are we doing here, right? So we are now fucked. Let's go to 4 hours. Okay, so you got two sets of things, right? Number one, you see this low here? That's an SR. This is where the 25% range. If price gets down below it, I look to actually short it back into range low, right? Which comes to around $12.19, okay? That's if price gets below it. We've got a range going on over here, so we have Monday coming up, so we'll see, maybe we can get a little bit of a pump. That's a range high, range low, from there, that's it. And the mid range, so where does that fit into? Right here. Yeah, mid range is around, if I copy this, paste that, and if I just do this, approximately here. Okay, so let's just make that thin, put that as a dashed line, and let's remove this shit. Okay, cool. So now we're going to look to short. Okay, pullback scenario, we're looking for two. Number one, well, three sets of pullback. The extreme pullback is up here, right, in this range high over here. The moment it gets below it, especially this is the mid range here. So this area here, $16.18 is the mid range. The moment it gets below the mid range and breaks down, that will be an opportunity. Hard stop over here. Actually, I'd say a hard stop over here. Hard stop there. Playing it back down lower to target 1, right, and then to target 2. That's it. Don't trade it. That's the pullback scenario. What you could do instead is, instead of actually coming back over here, you can just come up to this area, find this low here, Once it breaks down below that low, that will be my stop loss. I'd say my hard stop will be over here now, right? You could put it over here to this high itself, but you stand the risk of it coming back down and then taking you out. So hard stop over there. The moment it holds above it and reclaims, I'd say cut the trade, because we're going back over to this area here and you can get stopped out. But if we break down, come back to here, target 1, target 2. That's it. That's pretty much it for AVAX, okay? What was the next one? GRT. USDT. Right, so let's have a look. 3 months. Fucking hell, man. What am I going to actually show on this shit? This looks fucked. Yo, whose idea was MJM? You I don't know what you're gonna say. We're nearly gonna make an all-time low, man. You know, to be honest, this looks shit. This looks fucking crap. Let's have a look. What the fuck is all this shit about? God knows what I was doing there. That was a long time ago. This is January. Yeah. So yeah, you see how we retest this as well. That was an opportunity to short. So we missed the short itself. Never mind. Let's have a look. Does it come back here? I don't see it coming back here. That's a 28 cents. Alright, so let's have a look. Daily. Where's all-time low? Where's this? Right? 3 cents, okay? So we gotta mark that 3 cents over there. Put this as there, put that's thick. Okay, let's have a look. This looks weak, man. This looks fucking weak. From this low here to this low here, see what's going on. Yeah. Alright then, so we need to retest it. I'd say there's no way it's going to step into it. I don't see this happening, right? I'm shorting the market as it is. So retest 11.8 cents, break down, and then target 1 over here, target 2 there. To be honest, that's pretty much it. There's nothing else you can say. I mean, if I were to zoom into it, it's in the 4 hours. Yeah, this is fucking weak, fam. Fucking hell. Look at this low here. This low is telling me that's where the pivot's at. So that's on this low. It's this high here. Okay. Let's see where the range is. Mid range is. Copy this. Paste that. Put this over here. Yeah, it's already retested the mid range. I don't see it retesting it again. Could do. But there's dash lines. Right, so let's have a look. In 1 hour. Making me work for my money in it, which is for free. Alright, let's see. Okay, I see where we're going. Right, so it's this. This here. If I make that as black. So you guys can see, but it's 2. Right, so price can kiss off this, right? Whether it comes into the mid-range, whatever. The moment it comes into this area, finds a retest, breaks down. This is my shorting opportunity back to range low. Target 1, break down. Target 2, take out this liquidity. For any further breakdown, go down to 3 cents, and that will be target 4. That will be expansive target. So I'll play it level to level. So this level here to this level here, with a potential play over here. Leave a little bit left over to see what happens if we drop any further. But yeah, that's GRT really. So yeah, that's it for me, lads. It's an hour and 23 minutes. I'm gonna call it a day. That's what everyone's saying. Yeah, it's good to zero, man. Can we get to see your Fibonacci again? Yeah. Mo already said it what it was. It's literally this. So coordinates, sorry, style, 0, 0.25, 0.5, 0.75, and 1. That's what it is. Yeah. Do you know what? I'm still experimenting this trading view pro thing as well, to be honest. You don't really need pro, to be honest. I think, yeah, you don't really need it. So that's it for me. Fucking hell, I'm so tired. I am black as fuck in it. Shit, dude. Damn. But yeah, appreciate that. Love to you guys. Thank you so much for actually being on the show and sticking with me as well. So hopefully, guys, catch you guys tomorrow. So the Dainks daily trade is going to happen tomorrow. I think it's about 9:30, 10 o'clock around that time. We'll see how it is. But yeah, stick around. I'm looking for some day trades tomorrow or some scalps, whatever happens. Okay, so appreciate that, lads and ladies. Time to bathe in milk. But smash the likes, man. Hit the likes and any comments below, after the stream. greatly appreciate that as well. Yeah, you know how it is. So we'll catch you guys really soon. I'm literally gonna eat and then head to bed as well. I'm smashed. So love you guys. Take care of everything. Take care of you guys and stay safe. Don't buy nothing. Don't buy no fucking dip. Honestly, right? Don't be a Bennett. Okay, honestly, you're a complete numpty if you're gonna buy any dip. So shout out to all you guys. MGM, crypto. Crypto Potato, J, NJ, Blue Tulu, Jameson, Distario, J. Who else have we got? We got freaking Critique. We got too many mans here, man. GG, we got Dagzy, bloody hell, Tunan. We got loads of people, man. Shout out to all you guys, man. Love everybody. Take care.